Hello, AG families. This is Robert Folk, your school principal, and we are very excited to have you join us today. This video will give you information about the upcoming school year and an orientation since many of you will be new to AG Middle School. Our agenda includes a welcome, the calendar for next year, an overview of the school, curriculum, orientation for sixth graders, preparing for middle school information, and contact information. The people you'll be hearing from today include myself, Courtney Armstrong, our academic facilitator, Drew Fitzgerald, our sixth grade administrator, and Susan Billmeyer, our sixth grade counselor. AG has a very diverse student body. We have 1,370 students in grades 6 through 8, about 80 teachers, and I'm proud to say that we were in the top 5% for academic growth in 2018-19, and we exceed our growth expectations each year. We have 100 years of Bulldog history, and we will be celebrating our centennial this coming school year. I want to remind you that we will begin school earlier on August 17th, so be prepared for that. We are not exactly sure what that looks like yet, but we will be getting you information in early August, so stay tuned for that information. I also want to remind you to please go to our website and sign up for our Bulldog Bulletin from the PTO site. It is really important that you sign up for this Bulldog Bulletin so that you can get weekly information about our school opening, and also all scheduling information. Our schedule, I know that you were interested in your student schedule. We are working on those at this time. Those will be available in PowerSchool, so you can see your students' elective choices in their core content placement in early August. I will be sending a ConnectEd message and information through the Bulldog Bulletin with that information so that you know you can go online in PowerSchool and look at your student schedule in early August. Thank you for being patient with us as we finish these schedules in July. Now, I'd like to introduce Ms. Courtney Armstrong, our academic facilitator, who will talk to you about our school curriculum.
Hello, AG families. We're so glad to have you along with us on this Rising Sixth Grade presentation. I will be talking to you all about our curriculum and what types of courses your students may be placed in. So for every student at our school, students attend core classes as well as elective classes. Core classes include math and English language arts. You might hear me refer to that just as language arts, science, and social studies. Our math and language arts classes are both leveled for an honors curriculum and a standard level curriculum. Students who are placed in the honors curriculum receive instruction above grade level, and students who are placed in the standard curriculum receive instruction at grade level. In both of these levels, students are receiving specially designed instruction that meets them at their academic level. For our math courses, students will be receiving instruction with the Open Up curriculum. And for our language arts courses, we will use the L curriculum. And these are both curriculums that have been adopted by CMS. And in both of these curriculums, students are exposed to the same text and topics and assessments. We provide teachers the opportunity to differentiate per level by their pacing and the extension academic opportunities that they give to their students. For our science and social studies classes, those are taught at grade level standard. So those classes are heterogeneously mixed. Our exceptional children's program includes resource, extensions, hearing impaired, visually impaired classes. If your student was was identified as a academically or intellectually gifted in elementary school, then they were a part of the talent and development program, or what you might hear it as the TD program. In the TD program, when they get to middle school, they participate in the honors curriculum. We also have courses for our students who are growing in their bilingualism, and we have a course called English as a Second Language where we help them develop their English. As far as placement, we use student placement rubrics in order to properly place our students in the class that is the most appropriately challenging for them, for language arts and math. On those rubrics, we use data points such as the 2019 end of grade test, math and reading data, our 2020 winter map data, as well as the Q3 grade from this past school year. So we'll use those data points to determine which level is best for each and every student. We also have given students the opportunity to fill in their registration for the elective classes that best align to their interests. Students typically get their first, second, and sometimes third choices. So we want to make sure that they are a part of classes that that will grow them in their interests over time. So now that we've talked about what kind of classes that students will be exposed to, let's actually put that into a schedule. Let's plug that in. So as you can see here on the schedule, school starts at 8:30. Now, students might arrive to campus via bus, or they might come via car or walk from home, and they can go to breakfast first. But at 8:30, every student on campus reports to advisory, and they are in a class with a grade level teacher and their grade level peers. This is an opportunity for students to receive guidance lessons on social emotional supports and wellness, as well as character building and how to just become a better student academically. This is also a time where children sit with, like I said, their peers, and they just participate in community building and build friendships. So for this particular schedule, a student starts an advisory and then moves to first block. First block for this student is language arts. After that, he or she would transition over to second block. Now for all sixth graders across the building, second block is a time when they are in electives and also go to lunch. Also want to note that you hear me say the term block. When I say block, that just means this particular class time. It's a block of time for this class. So for this student, he or she is in media arts and band. In a few slides, Mr. Fitzgerald is going to talk a little bit more about what it means to have 2 elective classes. As well, third block, this student has science and social studies, again, 2 classes. And then in fourth block, the student has math. As you see on the screen, we have, during this fourth block of time, something called FIT, and that stands for free interactive time. That's when students essentially go outside, it's like a recess, and they just get to have fun with their friends and just enjoy the day. In addition to what we are offering once students return in August, we want to prepare our students for the beginning of the school year. So we require a summer reading project for all of our students to complete. In this project, students will read a text and then also read a nonfiction article and then complete project tasks. So I will just let you know at the end of this presentation, there is going to be a link where you can go and find out more information about the summer reading project, what it encompasses, and what needs to be turned in by the beginning of the school year. Now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Fitzgerald. He is our wonderful 6th grade administrator, and he'll orient you on all things 6th grade and additional expectations.
Thank you, Ms. Armstrong, and welcome all new Bulldogs. We're excited to have you at AG. First, we understand that coming into a large middle school from a number of different elementary schools can be very overwhelming for students and for parents. And so we try to make that experience more intimate by having students on teams. And as you see on this slide, there are 3 different teams: the Checkers, the Panthers, and the Hornets. Each team is made up of a math, ELA, science, and social studies teachers. You students will remain on that team for the majority of their day through those core classes, and will be able to see other students from different teams during electives, fit, and lunch. Speaking of electives, students have the opportunity to select from a wide range of courses that appeal to their interests during the elective block. Courses with an asterisk on this slide are courses that are year-long courses. All other courses students take for one semester. Let's look back at the sample schedule again. Now that we know more about elective course offerings and the core classes you will take in your schedule. For each block, you'll have a different class. As you can see, for this sample student during second block, they have 2 classes. This means he or she attends media arts on A days and band on B days. The elective classes alternate every day. During third block, you'll also see that science and social studies have a similar alternating A day, B day schedule. For this student, they will take science on A days and social studies on B days for the full year. Students attend their advisory period, math, and ELA every day. One of the other offerings that we have at AG is clubs. Clubs occur during the fall and spring. Students should pay attention to announcements for when club applications are due. Students sign up for and participate in these clubs after school for 6 weeks, usually 1 to 2 times per week. I'll turn over the rest of the presentation to Ms. Billmeyer, the 6th grade counselor.
Thank you, Mr. Fitzgerald. Welcome, everyone. It's great to have you here. We're so excited to have a new group of 6th graders coming into AG as we celebrate our centennial year. I want to talk a little bit about what it's going to look like when you come to AG. You're going to be in a new school, and some of the classes that you will have with your friends, but you're also going to have an opportunity to meet new friends. Everyone will be new in 6th grade, and so that's the great thing. You're all new, so it's a great opportunity to branch out and to meet new friends. Students are going to be transitioning to class, and this may be new for some of you who did not change classes in elementary school. So we want to make sure that that you are also using your agenda. Every student will get an agenda in middle school, and that will help with the academic rigor that we have at our school and to keep up with your homework. The agenda also helps you to plan and stay on top of all of your responsibilities. We encourage students to use their agenda not just for school-related assignments, but maybe to put things in there, like if you have things that you have to do after school, like lessons or practices, just so that you can better use your agenda to map out what your day will look like. Your teachers will also help you to learn how to best use your agenda. You're also going to be, your teachers are going to be your best network. They are going to help you with your agenda. They're going to help you with finding your way around the building. They take all their students on a tour the first week of school to get to know our campus and where things are, such as my office, if you need to see me, or the front office, or the nurse's office. So you'll find that you'll be finding your way around AG a lot more comfortably just within the first week. We do not have lockers at AG. Students have backpacks, and cell phones are not really needed. AG students don't need a cell phone at school at all, but if you choose to let your child bring a cell phone, or students, if you choose to bring your cell phone to AG, then it must be turned off and it must be in your backpack. And we do that to keep students from being distracted and from really also utilizing our time with you to make sure that we're all engaged in the right way. There's lots of physical and emotional changes that happen throughout middle school, and we'll talk more about those as the year progresses. Parents, what you can do to help your children become ready for the differences in middle school versus elementary school is to ask them questions and then listen more. You want to really have that ear out there for them. Talk about social pressures, set some boundaries. Really talk to your child about what interests them, because we'll be really exploring a lot more interests in middle school than we were in elementary school. So you also want to make sure to be able to support your child and provide guidance. One way to really do that is to maybe at dinner or every day talk about the highs and lows that your child had. Maybe use the words mountains and valleys and have that be a consistent evening event, even on the weekends, so that can provide some consistency within your house. Talk about the highs and lows, and then you share your highs and lows too. And that's a great way to model how to talk about difficult things as well as positive things. The last thing that I want to encourage parents is to stay involved. It looks differently in middle school than it did in elementary school. Don't be surprised if your child does not really want you to come and have lunch with them. That looks different in middle school, but you can find ways to be involved. Our PTO is always looking for volunteers, and some of the opportunities will get you into the school building, so you can kind of sneak around and see what things are looking like in a middle school without embarrassing your child and sitting with them in the lunchroom. But we do actually offer parents the opportunity to have lunch with your child, but your children are in a new developmental level right now that we just want to honor and have you be a part of our school and be a part of their development. So really excited to meet everyone and looking forward to a great year.
All right, so now you see our list of contacts of those who participated in this webinar. I want to add Ms. Sarah Robinson, who is our other academic facilitator, as a person that you can contact with questions. So you also see the school phone number and our website. We've also developed a Rising Sixth Grade website that includes information that might be of interest to you. Those things on the website include a virtual tour of the school building, learning how to get onto Canvas Parent, as well as Power School, how to get your PE uniform, things of that nature. So you can go to the website and see what is there so that you can be properly informed prior to the school year. Last but not least, if you have any lingering questions, I would suggest please use the link below this presentation to reach out to us. We will be looking at this this link and all of the questions that are included over the course of July to answer those questions, and we will also create an FAQ document, frequently asked questions, just so that and answer them so that you can have all of the information that you need prior to the school year. Again, that is a very useful document to utilize, simply because you'll get your questions answered very quickly. We are so thankful to have you have been a part of this presentation, and we look forward to meeting you hopefully in August. Please stay safe and healthy, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.